Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Colleen and this is Our Blessed Life, and today is Wednesday, July 15th. Good morning, Sophie.
Good morning. Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you.
So I am putting together some breakfast. I'm just gonna do some quick waffles. I was gonna show you the waffle mix that we have been loving. We actually get this at Walmart. It has a little hint of vanilla, and they're just really, really good. And you just add, it's just like a pancake mix, except you do have to add eggs and oil. So not just water, but they're really good. So I'm gonna put those together. Sophie has speech therapy today and PT, right, Soph?
I have speech and PT.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do some school, and we have got to get going on packing. So in our last vlog, we started packing just a little bit. If you haven't seen our last vlog, I'm gonna go ahead and link it up top. We had a lot of drama regarding our inspection. We thought that the sale of this house was actually gonna fall through, but in the end, it looks like it's going to hold out and be okay. But the long story short is that we ended up with only 2 weeks to be out of this house completely, and we had not started packing. We had not lined up movers. We don't know where we're going, and so we're still trying to sort our way through that. This morning we're trying to figure out the moving and the where to go pieces of that, and also packing, because as you can see from our house right now, we haven't even packed any of this stuff because until last night we still had 6 weeks. And I consider myself an early packer, so a 2-week deadline is like freaking me out. So we'll see what we can do. We're gonna make the best of a bad situation, but today we have some heavy duty packing to do so that I can feel a little bit better about our situation here. But first, waffles. But we started school, and Sophie's getting ready to do speech therapy. While she does that, I'm actually gonna be packing some of our school books in the schoolroom because I need to disconnect the shelves from the wall, repair the wall, and paint the wall before we move out of this house. Okay, so normally I have more of a plan and can kind of, I don't know, just kind of plan what I'm doing a little bit more than what I'm able to now because of the circumstances surrounding this move, which are just completely crazy. Having to be out of here in basically 2 weeks, maybe even a little less than 2 weeks. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through school. That's something easy to pack up that we really don't need. I don't know how much school we're gonna get done in the next 2 weeks, but the way I'm planning to handle school stuff during the move is I'm gonna go ahead and take the stuff that the girls use every day and I'm gonna put them in their backpacks. So certain other things like portfolios and things like that are gonna just be packed to where we, there'll be like a priority box that we know that we're gonna need soon. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna pack their books that they need every day, some pencils and things like that, just for us to make it through. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now for Sophie. Katie is still doing French upstairs, so we will get to her when she finishes school for the day. For Sophie, just did a really minimal school day. We did some science, and she'd already finished her math. She did her handwriting, and then tomorrow we're gonna do some language arts, a little bit more science and some handwriting to finish up her week. Just gonna go ahead and see how much I can get of her basic, like, daily work that we need, which is basically the contents of this box right here. And I will just pack the box. And the other thing that we use pretty much every day for her is her clipboard for math. So she's almost finished with math lessons for living education level 1. She's got 1 week left in it, which probably will be done in less than a week because it's review and it's been pretty easy. So I've got her new math book in here, and I'll move her a clipboard in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get like a pencil pouch for her to put in this backpack, and then we will just have this in our homeschool room until we move. And then just depending on where we move, if we move directly into the new house, which we're hopeful that we can do, but we think is highly unlikely, then we can go ahead and unpack everything. But if not, then we'll just have this in whatever our rental situation is, just until we do get into the house, which will probably be about 5 weeks. So now the only other thing that I need to do is I need to pick out the readers for Sophie's language arts curriculum. So I need to figure out what readers are coming up in the next several weeks and go ahead and pull those out. Okay, here's the update on the schoolroom. I still got to get everything off the walls, and I'm really not going to be able to keep most of this because I'm not going to have a schoolroom, so I really don't have a place to hang it. I am going to try to keep my shelves. There is a catwalk with upstairs where I think it can just be storage, or we can just put the bookshelves up there and just keep the stuff that we don't use every day but we still need to keep up there. So I'm hopeful that I can take my shelves. And then of course all this decor and my big whiteboard, I really have no place for that. I'm also not going to have anywhere for this unless we put it upstairs and Gary decides to use it for his little office. So I'm going to ask Gary if he wants to keep this, but we're basically down to the last of the books here. So far I've got these 2 boxes packed. These are things that just go on the shelves. And then I've got this box almost packed, and this, I'm just waiting on Katie's portfolio. This will be a box that we need to get to soon because it's like current year curriculum. It's just things we don't necessarily need in like the next 6 weeks. And then I think I have not used this cart this year. I started using it a couple days ago, but I believe that this is going to help me out with doing school like in the dining room, which is probably where we're going to be doing school in the new house. So I used this at our previous house, and what we do is we just keep those little things that you don't want on the table but you need that day. So that's kind of my plan, is to give Sophie a shelf and Katie a shelf, and then have supplies on the bottom shelf. So that is my plan, to move this, and this will sort of be like our this kind of rolling supply cart that we need for school. So that's what we've done so far. We're gonna go ahead and finish up the schoolroom. I do need to go back to UPS to get a couple more wardrobe boxes. Hey Sophie.
Why is he called
It's not
U-Haul?
Why do I don't know why I always call U-Haul UPS, but I'm trying to say U-Haul. We need to go get, I think, 2 more wardrobe boxes. So that's what we're doing. My other goal today was hopefully to try to go through the living room and go ahead and pack it up. It's mostly just decor items. I'm really not gonna have these shelves, so a lot of the stuff I will be donating, and I will just keep some of it and just kind of go through it when we get to the new house and just kind of see what really goes there. The house is much smaller, and there's just not gonna be a lot of shelving and things to put decor on. So some things I'm keeping, some things I'm gonna be donating, and I'm primarily gonna try to pack this up. I've got a bunch of stuff stored under here that'll have to be packed up. So my hope today is to finish packing the living room, the schoolroom, and then also everybody's clothes, because we're trying to get to about 2 weeks of clothing out and have everything else packed up. Because more than likely we're just gonna be bouncing around from vacation rental to vacation rental for 2 to 3 weeks. Our realtor is now trying to see if we can close more quickly. We were originally supposed to close on August 24th, but they are trying to work out something where we could close earlier, like August 7th or August 14th, which would save us a few weeks of being in rentals, in the event that the owners of the house that we're buying will not let us rent, which that would be extremely not typical to allow us to rent. So we're definitely not counting on that. Because a lot of the things that really should have been done have not been done yet, because we're so early in the process. Like the house hasn't been through appraisal yet. We haven't gone through the inspection yet. There's just a lot of risk on the sellers if we were to rent. So they would really be taking a chance on us to do that. So we are moving forward as if we're going to be bouncing around from place to place, because we only have 14 days to pack up a whole house. So we don't really know what else to do, but we can't sit around and wait and find out where we're going. So back to the schoolroom for now, see if we can finish this up.
play on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight.
Friends, we'd love to pray for you. If we can pray for you, let us know in the comments below.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
In a place I didn't know till now.